Hey everybody, failed entrepreneur back again, putting in some hours in the basement, and today wanted to do a perspective video on Corona stuff. Of course, everything's Corona now, right? All Corona, all day, 24/7, all the time. Yesterday, it came out in the news that the United States hit 2,074 deaths in a single day. It is Saturday, April 11th, as I record. So this was yesterday. So that Friday, about 2,074 deaths reported, corona-related deaths in the United States. Now, a third of those were in New York alone. New York is getting hammered right now. Not good. There was also stuff in the news yesterday. I guess a drone or person on, I don't know, someone, pictures showed up of literal like mass graves, like just digging a trench in New York, and they're placing wooden caskets in there because there's so many people dying and they just don't have the space. It is, as we'll see, no hyperbole. It is a war zone out there in certain places, and New York is just getting hammered with this, and it is not good, not good at all. Even worse, it was said yesterday, the United States has now overtaken Italy as the number one country with corona-related deaths. Italy has also been getting hit extremely hard by this. Very dense population, very old population. Medical system may not be the best. There's a lot of factors at play, but like Italy had become like the epicenter for this. Like first it was like Wuhan in China, and then Italy, and now it looks like maybe New York is taking that place, is like the hot spot for Corona right now. So it's not good at all, and um, that number is probably going to get higher. How high? Hopefully not, but it's probably going to keep ticking up. And so that's the point of the video, is I wanted to kind of put into perspective where we're at today, and where are we fitting in other points in American history, right? Yesterday was not a good day. Not a good day at all. There's been other times in American history we've also had really bad days. And so I just want to again kind of compare and contrast Corona to some of those like historical events and just kind of see, is this as bad as we think? Is it worse? Is it not so bad? So again, kind of being history teacher, that's my background. I always try and look at things with an eye to the past, just to kind of get perspective and stay grounded. So let's get grounded here. I did some quick research on the internet. I got my handy dandy envelope notes, and let's see where we stand, right? So uh, the bloodiest day in American history, and we're not there yet, cross your fingers. The bloodiest day, here we go, is actually the Battle of Antietam. A little early on in the Civil War. No surprise it would be a Civil War battle, because you got Americans fighting and killing Americans, so your casualties, you get it from both sides. And so at the Battle of Antietam, Antietam Creek, you had about 3,600 Americans, Confederates, and Union die in a single day, and that is still the bloodiest day in American history. Other days have come close, but that still has the top spot. So we're not there yet, but if every day we get an increase in the number, we are getting close to Antietam level casualties, which is not good. That's not company you want to keep, right? Hopefully we don't get there, but we're kind of in that ballpark, right? Um, D-Day is right behind there. During the Battle of D-Day that day, June 6, 1944, 2,499 Americans died during the invasion of France. Now, most of those, of course, are happening at Omaha, but that is not a good day either. And so we're kind of getting close to D-Day levels, right? 9/11, I went and looked, and about 2,996 Americans, just a few short of 3,000, is the number I found online. So again, a bit higher than we're at. We're not quite there yet, but again, we're in the ballpark. So like every day is like a 9/11 if you think of it that way. Um, Not good, not good. And if we get higher, we get closer to that, right? Another infamous day in American history, the day of infamy, right? December 7, Pearl Harbor, 1941. 2,403 Americans died on that day. So comparable, kind of like 9/11 and a D-Day, little higher than here, but that is, we could be getting close to that. And again, every day would be like another Pearl Harbor. That is scary, scary stuff. Thankfully, these were just, Antietam was a 1 day battle. June 6th, 1 day invasion, right? Pearl Harbor, one sneak attack. But every day, that's that adds up, and that's grisly. Like I said, it's a war zone in some places, and that's why New York is, I guess, having to do the trenches with the bodies, because these are wartime casualties that they're dealing with in the hospitals, right, on the front line of Corona. Um, so it's not good, right? And like I said, these are battlefield casualty numbers we're seeing. But you also hear a lot of people like, oh, it's a flu, or a lot of Americans die for other reasons too. So, Americans die every day in car accidents. Should we quarantine and cancel the cars, right? You hear that sometimes online. So I also went and just looked at some kind of common, normal, everyday causes of death to see how Corona compares to that. Get away from the historical and get to the everyday. So if you look at some of the leading causes of death in the country, right? Smoking, right? Every day, according to what I looked at online, 1,313 1,300 Americans die every day from smoking-related deaths. So we are above smoking when it comes to that. Cancer, about 1,660 Americans die every day from cancer-related deaths. So again, Corona is above that as well. And I should have looked up obesity, but car accidents is another one that people say a lot. And from what I looked at, about 90 Americans die every day from traffic-related deaths on the road. So way above that. I think I read Corona is like the number one killer in the United States right now. And again, that is a place it took very, very quickly, right? A couple months ago, no one was dying from this, and now it's the number one cause of death. So um, it's pretty ugly. And if people aren't telling you, they're not paying attention to what's really going on. So um, it's not good. One last thing, just to devil's advocate, I guess, because I have been seeing some of this in the news, is that what makes this frustrating and difficult is um, there's a lot of inaccurate information out there. I don't want to say disinformation, but I guess everybody has different rules for counting what qualifies as like a corona related death, right? So, you know, what counts in Italy is different than what China's, I think, standards are very like high, right? There's a lot of things that are corona related that they're not even counting in their death tally, if you even believe anything that they say, because it's China over there and whatever. Um, but what I'm trying to say is some people are saying that these death counts may be inflated because everyone is quickly jumping to, oh, they died, it must be corona type of stuff, and a lot of things maybe aren't. Like example, like say someone has cancer and they're terminal of cancer, and it just so happens like maybe they get corona related illness in those last few days. It's probably the cancer that killed them because their immune system is weak and they're not in good shape anyways. But some hospitals may, because they had corona symptoms, maybe like chalking that death up to corona when really it may have been cancer is the culprit, right? So these numbers, some people are saying maybe a little inflated for that reason because they're adding things to the tally that maybe shouldn't be if they were, if there wasn't the hysteria and the craziness going on. I can't speak if that's true. I'm not in a hospital. I'm not a doctor. It's not my background. But there are people out there saying that the numbers maybe aren't as high as they are. No, they're high. I'm not downplaying that at all. But it's just hard to get accurate information because there's no one. And how could you? I mean, who's got time to really go and accurately count everything when you're just trying to keep people alive and help people who are sick It's chaos out there. It's kind of like I said, it's a state of war, right? We're in a war right now. We're in a battle against this disease, and in the fog of war, that's for historians to go back and check later. But right now, it's just the immediate, day in day out, just trying to survive and keep people healthy. So keep healthy yourself. Stay safe out there. We got a long ways to go. But again, not to be a downer, but it's pretty grim and it's a pretty serious thing. And like I said, when Antietam and Pearl Harbor and 9/11 and D-Day is the company you keep, that's not a good place to be. And there's a lot of people getting hammered by this right now. So stay safe, keep yourself, social distancing away, and protect yourself because it's not over yet. We still got a lot of dark days ahead of us. It looks like this isn't going away anytime soon, obviously. But yeah, it's not a pretty picture. So, all right, I got stuff to do today. I know you do too. Just wanted to, like I said, look at some numbers and get some perspective here. So hopefully that was informative. I don't know if it was helpful, but maybe you learned something. All right, failed entrepreneur. I'll catch you later. Out.